Here's a way to improve your magnetism. And it's a simple trick. I learned it many years ago. You know, when people are at a party or you're at a business network meeting or you're standing in the pub, people will ask you what you do. Are you one of the 99.9% of people that offer up your job title? I'm a. Doesn't go very far, does it? Unless you happen to have a really exciting job that people are fascinated by. So here's what I learned many years ago. Don't tell them your job title. Tell them what you do and why you do it. It started with me on a building site many years ago in London, and I was welcomed on one site by a foreman who took me into a hut to show me the plans, and he said, "This is the palace you're building." What a change in energy. It was extraordinary. When people asked me what I do, I said, I'm building a palace. It was just genius. I met at a business network meeting once a man who introduced himself as an insurance broker. I felt the energy drain from my body. Because unless you're wanting insurance, you are not going to be speaking to him about his product. And also, if you present yourself like that, it kind of takes you down a peg or two in the pecking order of people you want to do business to. Anyway, I advised them later on that morning. I says, why don't you say something like, I help people sleep at night? And he pondered this and he wandered off. I saw him many months later and he said, you know that piece of advice you gave me? It really works. He says, it always starts a conversation. He gave me a few examples. He said, I help people sleep at night. And people say things like, do you deal in hypno? Are you an anaesthetist? Do you hit people over the head with a baseball bat? And that gives them the opening to say, no, I provide right fit insurance so that they know that they and their family are safe at night and their business is in good order. And if anything goes wrong, we're there to cover it. What a difference in the dynamic. I was once speaking at a large company event, and in the lead up, I was wandering around having a coffee and speaking to people. I met this lassie who was quite young, and I said, so what do you do? And she said, I'm just an admin. How many times have you heard that? I'm just a. Anyway, I came up with a little scheme with her. And she knew that I was going to call out her name at some stage during this event. So about midway through, I shouted out her name. She stood up and I said, can I ask you what you do in this organization? She said, I'm the engine oil of this organization. She got a cheer. There was suddenly a change in atmosphere in the room and people began to get it, that you can start a conversation when you talk about your work. If you look passionate, then you're going to get a different response from people around you. It's a trick. Use it. Never describe yourself as a noun. Describe yourself in verbs or in adjectives. I'm building a palace. Sounds good.